Confucius say, a mother held her baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you will be. Confucius also said, the baby grew, he grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old and he ran around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelf. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. Crazy, huh? Very crazy over there. Look at the toilet paper in the bathroom. You see that? And then Confucius said, but at that night, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, clawed around the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be, forever and ever and ever. The little boy grew, he grew and grew, and he grew. He grew even when he was 9 years old, and he never wanted to come for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath, and when grandma visited him, always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. That's a stupid boy. But that night time when he was asleep, her mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled on the floor and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked him up, a 9-year-old boy, and locked him back and forth, locked him back and forth, locked him back and forth. And while she locked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. You got that? So the boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew even when he was a teenager. He has strange friends, and he wore strange clothes, and he listened to strange music. Sometimes his mother felt like she was in a zoo. But at night time, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled on the floor, and looked up to the side of the bed. If he really was asleep, she picked him up like a great big boy and locked him back and forth, locked him back and forth, back and forth. While she locked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as soon as I'm living, my baby you'll be. You got that? Okay. Continue on. That teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew.
I think your English got better after reading.
He grew until he was grown and left home and got a house across the town. So the boy grew. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got in her car and drove across town. If all the lights in her son's room were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled through the floor, looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and locked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she locked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, you'll always be my baby. And Confucius said, well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older and older. And one day she called up her son and said, you better come see me because I'm very old and sick. Her son came to her. When he came in school, came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, I love you forever, I like you for always. But she couldn't finish because she was too old and sick. The son went to his mother. He picked her up and locked her. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he sang his song. I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be. When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Then went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, rocked her back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Love you forever and ever. A young woman holds a newborn son and looked at him lovingly. Softly she sings to him, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, you baby, you be. This is a story of how the little boy goes through the stages of childhood and becomes a man. It is also about the enduring nature of parents' love and how it crosses generations. Love You Forever is a book that both children and adults will enjoy over and over again. ISBN 139782. You like the book? Huh?
The end.